Greetings and welcome to The Magnolia, the show that is dedicated to image, brand, and culture. I'm Nida Bittman Neville, your host, and Happy New Year to everybody. I hope that you're excited about 2020. I hope that 2019 was a great year and that we are ready to just capture 2020, right? Well, today's message, I want to talk to you about New Year's resolutions. Now, I like you, I roll my eyes every time somebody talks about New Year's resolutions. But if you remember last year about the same time, I announced that I was going to select one word in which I would focus my efforts on throughout the year. In fact, it happened because I asked the church pastor, senior pastor, to write an article for an upcoming publication of a magazine that we do at the church. And I said, I'd really like to have this article to provide hope and excitement about the new year. I got the article written by him, sent to me, and in it he talked about that he made a suggestion to pick one word. Rather than a number of different resolutions, which we normally don't keep, just pick one word. And he found this through myoneWord.org. So you can check it out and get all the details, myoneWord.org. So I checked it out and I'm thinking, okay, so this can't be too difficult. What might be my one word? Well, weeks kept going by and nothing was sticking. And I was sitting in church and he was doing a sermon and he said, and I quote, you become what you are committed to. I thought, he's right. Committed. That will be my word. And so for 2019, I focused on committed. Being committed to God, being committed to my husband and my family, being committed to my dog, being committed to being as healthy as I can be, being committed to helping my clients, and trying to be committed to anything that I was involved in, any organizations, etc. So I even wrote it on my calendar every month. Now, did I do 100% good job? I doubt it. Some areas I did a little bit better in, some areas I did not so good in. But I really enjoyed having just this one word. And it would kind of crop up, if you will, in different ways and different experiences that I would be committed. I also tried to be committed to bringing people together that I felt might benefit from one another, either through friendship, because they had the same hobbies or something like that. So here it is, the end of 2019. I'm thinking, okay, what's my 2020 word going to be? And it struck me one day, presence. Not gifts as presents, but being present. Being present in conversations. And because what I see a lot of is, we have individuals and we're in conversations all the time, we're in meetings, but what are we thinking about? We're not really listening, we're thinking about how we're going to respond, right? How we're going to respond to a question, how we're going to respond when it gets around to me, when it's my turn. And so we're constantly doing that in our head rather than actually listening and probably missing out on some good stuff. Then, when we're walking, running, exercising, whatever your hobby is, are we really enjoying it? When I'm running, am I really looking at the landscape and the flowers and listening to the birds? I see people who pass me who don't even see me, I don't believe. They've got plugs in their ears, heaven knows what they're listening to, but they're not really paying attention to what's surrounding them. And then the best one is, in restaurants and so forth, I see total families doing this. I see couples doing this. You're going to love it. And you're going to laugh. They're doing this. They're totally devoted to the device. They're not looking at each other. We just did a walk the other day past an outdoor cafe. And sure enough, this couple's sitting there and they're both doing this. And not looking up, not having a conversation, nothing. So I think if we focus on being present, at least that's what I'm going to do for 2020. I'm going to write it on my calendar, just like I did in 2019. Might even do some other things, considering I've got 1 year underneath my belt in doing this. But I want to be present. I want to be present to hearing God talk to me, maybe calling me to do something. And I want to be present to make sure that that happens. I want to be present in conversations when my husband's talking to me, when my clients are talking to me. Not thinking so much about what I'm going to say, but making sure that I'm listening. When I'm going to run, I want to listen to the birds. I want to look at the landscape. I want to look at the lake. I really want to be present. So I'm going to try that. If you might think this is a grand idea too, if you pick out your word, please, email me, nida@tnbgroup.com, or you can go out to the website, tnbgroup.com, click on the blog. That's where you're going to find the same information. So in case you forget about myoneword.org, you can check it out on the blog. And come the summer, we'll check back with each other and we'll see how our one word resolution's doing. So until then, and until next month, you've been listening to The Magnolia, the show that's dedicated to image, brand, and business culture. I'm Nida Bittman-Neville, your host. Enjoy the rest of the day and the month. See you in February.